What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today we're going to continue on with 2 hours of terrifying Bigfoot encounters caught on camera with my boys over here, Scary Flashbacks. And we are almost done with this video. I believe there is like 40 minutes more, so I think I could pull off another 2 videos off of this one. But nonetheless, we're going to continue on with more Bigfoot encounters because as you know, I just don't get how people kind of, I mean, let me rephrase that. I see why people don't believe in Bigfoots because Bigfoot is a legend.
YouTuber and his friends Chris and Angelo went on an overnight camping trip in a forest known for Bigfoot sightings. As night fell, they explored the area and initially heard only typical forest sounds until something unexpected happened.
Come on, guys, I don't want to be stuck in this damn ditch. What the fuck was that? I don't know.
Was something just thrown?
Holy fuck, that was big, whatever that was. That was fucking massive. What was that?
I don't even know.
Yo, you know what that felt like? It felt like something just told us to get the fuck out of here. Like something just kicked us on out of there. I thought it was on top of me, bro. I heard the loudest fucking noise in there.
Was something thrown or it was like...
Yeah. Like something thrown, maybe like a tree fell over or something. Told you guys, that feeling we had that something was there, something was 100% there. And if it is a big, I'm not gonna say it was Bigfoot, but if it was, yeah, walk fast. It's got our scent, that's for sure. What the fuck was that? That was like heavy.
Now convinced that there was something more than just wildlife lurking in the forest, they decided to venture deeper. It was at that moment that they encountered something extraordinary.
A what?
It was at that moment.
A mo? No, we were inside talking.
Oh.
Right on the peninsula?
Literally, directly right there where I'm pointing.
Oh.
Something was standing there and then just kind of moved away.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yo, I should use these binoculars.
Yeah.
All right, so you're saying you saw something somewhere down there?
Yeah, I swear it was like in that direction.
I'm using an infrared camera right now. Infrared. Sorry, I don't know why I called it infrared. I meant infrared. Oh, dude, your flashlight is so bright. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh!
What?
What is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We actually just got that. What the fuck was that? What is that? I don't know. I saw something. I actually got it.
Did you?
Yeah. Is that? Wait, what is that? I heard a growl.
I heard that too.
What the fuck?
A what?
It was like a moan.
A mo? No, we were inside talking.
Right over there.
Right on the peninsula?
Literally, directly right there where I'm pointing.
Oh.
Something was standing there and then just kind of moved away.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yo, I should use these binoculars.
Yeah.
All right, so you're saying you saw something somewhere down there?
Yeah, I swear it was like in that direction.
I'm using an infrared camera right now. Infrared. Sorry, I don't know why I called it infrared. I meant infrared. Oh, dude, your flashlight is so bright. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh!
What?
What is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We actually just got that. What the fuck was that? What is that? I don't know. I saw something. I actually got it.
Did you?
Yeah. Is that? Wait, what is that? I heard a growl.
I heard that too.
Using night vision binoculars, they spotted a massive, upright walking ape in the woods, accompanied by a loud growl. Though they aimed to gather evidence of Bigfoot, an unsettling feeling and chills ran down their spines when they eventually encountered one. Is this more proof of Bigfoot's existence? A popular YouTuber from Nikki.
Okay. I don't know what to think about that one, you guys. It felt like all acted out, right? So when the guy was using the I can't even say how he says it. How you mess up infrared. You know? Eh, I anyway, when he was using the binoculars were because there were 3 people. Um where was the other dude? Right? Was the other dude part? Now I'm gonna have to go back. God damn it. We're gonna have to go back a little bit just to see when, because they had a camera set up right behind them. Okay, it seems like they're all there.
Oh, dude, your flashlight is so bright.
I don't know, you guys. Is this 2 people? I see like 3 legs, right? Because I don't know, that looks weird. First of all, like, why are they blurring this area out? I don't get why they're blurring this over here. But there's one guy. I'm assuming that's another guy, and then that's the third guy. Okay. Okay.
A popular YouTuber from Nikki TV, known for her camping and adventure videos, went on a solo wild camping trip on February 9th, 2025, which took a terrifying turn.
Let's go camping. But first, we gotta stop, get food, get gas. That's it. And then we're got a very, very long, slow off-roading experience ahead. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited, a little nervous. I have about 8 miles off-road into the backcountry that I'm going to be taking, and yeah, I drove off-road in the backcountry before, but these roads get a little sketchy. If you don't know, I'm from Western North Carolina, and we were hit with a Hurricane Helene back in September of last year, and the damages they're extreme. But yeah, so some of the roads are a little rutted and messed up from the rain and the mudslides and the trees that fell over. But yeah, I'm a little nervous. I got it.
After a long drive, she found a perfect camping spot in a clearing among thick trees. Once she set up her camp, she cooked a hearty meal and decided to take a short hike, unaware it would be unlike her usual.
I think I'm gonna walk up the road, or this road, just to see what's around that little corner right there. I don't know how far I'll go, but yeah, it's about time to build a fire too, so let's do it. Got the trusty dusty bear spray. Coming from that direction, kind of sound like somebody knocking on a tree, but could have been a woodpecker or anything like that, I guess. But I don't hear it now, so we'll just forget that. Well, it's gonna start getting dark soon, so I'm gonna get my lights out and get them ready for me to turn them on. That way I don't have to be searching in the dark.
Leisurely walks. As she admired the scenery, a strange knocking broke the forest's silence. Feeling uneasy, she rushed back to her camp, set up the lights, and called her husband.
Those are those rocks I was talking about. What's that?
What truck is that?
I don't know what it is, though. It's huge. It's a big old truck. Compared to my truck. compared to yours, but it's still big.
A lot of this right here. But they still cut all this out, like you said.
Yeah. Shine your headlight down in there so we can get a better view of it. Be careful. Look up at those trees, Satan. That's just piles and piles of trees.
Look at tree.
Yeah, see, they cut that, and I cut that to clear the road.
As they trekked through the woods, an unusual footprint heightened their unease. They noticed reflections in their camera lens, sensing they were being watched. Feeling on edge, they returned to their tent but couldn't shake the unsettling silence. They called it a night and left the eerie woods behind in the morning. Click the video on the screen and watch as we delve further into more terrifying encounters.
It's like this and just doing the whole camping experience, but we gotta, protect ourselves somehow. Not with a can of bear spray. I don't even know what that is. Like, is that mace for bears? Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I do not know what that is. But I would rather protect myself with something that goes boom instead of something that goes psst, right? I'm just saying. So, where are we? All right, let's continue on.
It's too close to it, huh? Oh, cool. Just go.
When you're out in the wild, you expect to see animals, maybe even something dangerous, but nothing can prepare you for the tall, shadowy figure that watches you from the trees. These are 10 of the scariest Bigfoot encounters ever caught on camera, and some of them too close for comfort. On January 29th, 2015, at Lettuce Lake Park in Florida, he filmed something that still haunts him. A large dark figure was seen between the trees. It had long arms and looked like it was grabbing something from the ground. It was not hiding. It was obvious. This was a Bigfoot, clearly showing itself during broad daylight. It stood up and walked away. The size, shape, and way it moved matched what people say about Bigfoot. It was not a man in a suit. The arms were too long. The body was too heavy. Yet, no one could explain it. And after seeing it so close, he never looked at the woods the same again. With that being said, let's move on to our second footage for this video. On October...
Man, not for nothing, but that was pretty good. I mean, Florida, I don't think Florida is known to have, let's just think outside of the spectrum of, of it not being Bigfoot. That's a pretty big animal. I don't think it was a costume at all. It had some ape features on it, but that's the thing. I don't think there are gorillas or apes that big just out and about. I could be wrong. I'm new here in Florida, right? So that was super interesting. And I'll probably go back and get the name of it so I could just go out there, just have a place. But damn, there's animals like that out there. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I would rather do van life or something that'll be in the safety of a confined metal container. I'm just saying.
October 31st, 2012, he went camping near Squaw Peak in Provo Canyon, Utah. It was a cold, quiet day. He and a friend were hiking uphill after spotting some deer in the distance. They wanted a closer look, but they were soon going to regret it.
It's too close to it, huh? Oh, cool though. Just go. It's too close to it.
They noticed something behind the trees. At first, it looked like a bear, crouched low to the ground, but something felt off. The creature stood up.
Cool.
Not like a bear, not like anything normal. It stood tall, far too tall, and turned to look directly at them. It had a massive body, huge arms, and a distinctly non-human shape. It made no sound. It just moved, making its presence known. It was definitely a Bigfoot. That's when he ran. They both ran fast, left their tent, their bags, everything. They didn't go back to get their gear, because once you see something like that, you don't take any chances. Let's move on to our third scary Bigfoot.
I'm gonna explain something to you guys. When it comes to the paranormal is basically anything that's not normal, right? I would much rather deal with a demon than to deal with something like that out and about in the middle of the forest. I could be wrong. I'm sure that my boys out in Australia, Gary and Jeremy out there, make sure you guys catch the Shadowfile podcast on YouTube. I'm sure they'll look at me and be like, "Nah, mate." I don't know. But me being in that position, I'm I'm just walking, and I feel that if I come across some movement, I'm just gonna turn around, and you're not gonna catch more of the video. I'm just gonna walk around, stop here, turn around, retrace, and just keep on walking. That's just me, you guys. But this guy saw something, started recording, and stayed there. That is baffling to me. That is baffling. But when that thing got up, it almost looked like a smoky figure. So that camera wasn't that bad of a quality to not be able to catch a good edges on it. So it looked like almost smoky or maybe very hairy. But it stood up, and it was like almost like a Hulk pose, right? Pose, sorry. Almost like a Hulk pose. And I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. That was wild.
Encounter. On July 24th, 2013, he and his partner were hiking a logging road high above a quiet lake in Mission, British Columbia. It was peaceful. The air was still. They stopped to take photos of the trees and hills in the distance. Then, something moved. Far away, near the tree line, he saw something standing upright. It wasn't walking like a bear. It wasn't shaped like a man either. It just stood there. It was tall and looking right in their direction. He zoomed in as much as he could. What he saw was big, too big for a person. It had wide shoulders, a dark shape, and legs that didn't match anything human. The way it stood, motionless, almost waiting, made his chest feel tight. It didn't run. It didn't hide. They didn't finish the hike. They turned around and walked back fast, not saying a word. Even now, he says it clearly wasn't a bear, and it wasn't a man either. Moving on to our next.
I mean, technically speaking, like you can't really tell the size of it from that far. If he zoomed in and we could only catch that, everything around it, we cannot compare it to a size. So, I mean, yeah, there were branches and trees knocked down and stuff like this. But who's not to say that's just a regular person doing their job? Didn't they say it was like a logging place or something? Weird that it was that person, whatever, was by themselves if they were working, But then again, I'm not a logger. So who's not to say that was that? Because if we're going to go by size, you can't really determine by comparing it to anything else. But yeah, that would be that's kind of weird because if I was with my boys and we come across something like that, it's not going to be a silent walk back. We would be like, what the F did we just see? We would have a whole conversation up until after the bar.
Bigfoot encounter. On October 31st, 2015, in a quiet part of Florida, he was walking through the woods with his camera. The trees were thick. The forest felt empty. Something moved between the trees. It was large and dark. Too big to be a person. Too fast to be a bear. He zoomed in. A tall figure stood in the shadows. It had long arms, broad shoulders, and thick, dark hair. It stood on two legs like a man, but the shape was not human. It shifted slightly. It wasn't running. It wasn't hiding. It just stood there, heavy and still. He knew he had seen something real, something wild.
Look, like when I see videos, right? As much as the commentary makes the video, and everything else is just this is the reason why I am a big fan of certain content creators, because they're detailed and they do their research and they do but then there are some, not throwing shade on scary flashbacks, but there are just some content creators that kind of spice up the mood, right? And they just say the things to catch the attention of people. But when I watch it, I don't see Bigfoot or nothing. I see somebody dressed in black moving around. Actually, this looks like that. What was that dance a long time ago? It was like with a lizard, that there was a trend going on, and then they were doing like this dance, like almost walking. Like that looks like that. That looks like this. Obviously, this looks like a regular sized person compared to all, because in this video we could actually compare it to size with everything else going on. It doesn't look like a tall creature, right? Now, shout out to Roy Doherty, who is a Yowie expert out there in Australia. He says that Bigfoot's Yowies, they come in all shapes and sizes. Cool. No. This is not that. This is not that. Again, I'm not an expert, but I'm sure if I was to show this to Ray, I think he'll unfriend me. Ray, love you, bud.
Many believe it was the skunk ape, the creature said to live in Florida's swamps and forests. He left the woods that day and never went back. And the footage remains, showing something that shouldn't exist, but still does. Let's move on to our fifth most disturbing Bigfoot footage. On May 4th, 2013, deep inside Wayne National Forest in Ohio, he stood under a waterfall. Water fell nearly 90 feet from the rocks above. He was filming the fall, enjoying the sound and the quiet. Later that night, back at home, he watched the video again. That's when he saw it. Something large moved on the ridge across from the waterfall. It walked upright, slow, strong, and massive. The figure became clearer. It had long arms and a wide back, covered in dark hair. It didn't run. It was just casually walking. He hadn't seen it with his own eyes at the time, but it had been there, watching him the whole time from the ridge above. Some say it was just a shadow. But what shadow walks like that? Moving on to our next case.
That was no shadow, but that could easily have been a big person. I mean, there's a bunch of people around, right? There's a bunch of people around. It looks like a place where people will go and visit. So what makes anybody think that that was Bigfoot? Because of the size? There are different size men out there, right? Even women. So that doesn't look like a Bigfoot to me. But we're gonna call this video right here. And I would like to know how you guys are enjoying this. I am going to start the new playlist for cryptids and also for aliens, UFOs, and all that good stuff. Because on this channel, Strangers Minds, we do anything and everything that is paranormal from the aspect of myself being a paranormal investigator. So I actually do enjoy more the paranormal caught on tape, ghosts, entities, because at least I could explain and and just give a little bit more details due to my experience. But when it comes to Bigfoot, to hiking, camping, and all of this outdoorsy stuff, then this is where you guys would see more of my human side. Yeah, like nay. But if you guys are enjoying yourselves, please do what you do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.